pèse plus en Champions League. Paname c'est la Champions League.
Okay. Let's get down to business. 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 We just need a good song.
agissent contre la cassée.
A good song to start in the back. Okay, Jace is banned every game against K-Corp. Kesante, Zeri, they ban Nico, Milio. Let's see if we're gonna see another Yumi angle from teams. Today we saw the Yumi and Ezreal from Hawa. Actually, Katie, it was. Okay, first big Vi. We match with Wukong, I assume. Wukong, Aphelios. No, okay, we leave Wukong for 3. Annie is banned, so I like the Ari Prior, okay, understandable. Jinx. Let's see how they're gonna treat Lulu. Thalia, okay, I think that's perfectly fine. Are we going Wukong on 3 or Lulu on 3? I think Wukong. Nocturne. I guess the idea is that Nocturne is slightly better against Talia. He just doesn't think that Wukong is strong against Talia. But I don't know how much I agree with that. It's like, sure, in isolation, but Wukong is so much higher quality as a champion. Like, I don't know how much I like that. I just don't think it's that great. It's just Wukong is just a better champ, I think. It's like Wukong is fantastic in Divide too, so. So we are last picking support. What is the counter to Lulu? What is that great that we're going to pick into Lulu? Because here Ornn, Sion is out. Blind pick Gragas. Aatrox is decent into Gragas. I don't mind that from enemy. And now the question is, what will they blind support? Will they just go Lulu, of course. Now, are we playing Yuumi? If we were playing Yuumi, I can understand the whole setup. But otherwise, I think Lulu Prior would have just been better. Because there's no way you're going to get a Tahm Kench angle. And maybe Targamas will play Blitzcrank. That's also another way. A little Blitzcrank. Like, you knew Lulu's coming, so you better show us something crazy, man. Oh, no. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna say I'm not big fan here. I don't like Lulu. Like playing Pyke here. I don't know. It's like in most cases Pyke sucks ass to pick. To be perfectly honest. But I think this is like quite bad into Vi, Thalia, Lulu even. I don't think it's like Pyke can pressure Lulu 1, 2, 3. Pyke can pressure a lot of matchup 1, 2, 3, but okay. I want K-Corp need to play the best early game of their life here. Because they definitely get outskilled. They get outskilled in every role, I think. Except maybe mid. I think picking Lulu would have just been better and then let Cabo 5 pick. I think they would have made the comp more complete. But Cabo's on full tank duty. AEG's targeted his tanks though, 4-5. They banned Sion and Ornn. Made him play a little Gragas. I don't know. I think Lulu's OP, but I'm watching LPL and LCK every single day, so maybe I'm being brainwashed. Maybe I'm being brainwashed, guys. Notice pathing at the bot via matching. They win the push on bot. Like if this is the circumstance as well on bot, I don't know. They won the push, They trade 2 potion on Lulu, so they have potion advantage. And then when the wave bounces, they will have a bit of an advantage. So it's not too bad. It's like Jinx and Lulu can fight for potion. They traded a lot of HP for it. Here, Lulu has no potion, so as long as Targama stays healthier, all is good. This is not a big issue. They get the level 2 EQ forward. It seems like he didn't hit, but he lost only bone plating, so it's not too bad. I'm like trying to look at the minimap if he hits Q, because for some reason the jungler the cameraman is showing Vi instead of the bot. I think maybe the hook landed, honestly. I think the hook landed. Otherwise I don't see how Jinx got chunked like this. I think she got hooked. Synchro was level 3 ganking bot with the flash. Okay, that's a kill. That's good. Targamas is playing way better early game this game than the previous Pyke game. This game, the early game is way more essential as well than the previous game. Kalista is on Ghost, but this wave is slow pushing into the enemy. Pyke is on base. He has this mask of safety here. I think the wave is going to be in good position for long. I think Vi is wasting time here, because the next wave will also be in this position, so Vi will not gain anything. I think Vi at this point is only protecting Jinx, but I think it's better for Vi to just drop a ward and peace out, because she wasted a lot of time. Synchro still have bot side camps. And now the question is if they're going to sniff out a situation where they potentially look to dive the Jinx here on the push out, because Aphelios is going to get purple gun, and this is a moment where you could potentially look to fish here and gain more, because this wave is really big and stacking, and Shiganari doesn't have cleanse. If they trade like 1-for-1 and kill Jinx on the slow push, I think that they can really like win the game, cement the game. It seems like they're going to sniff for this, but no one has Sweeper. Sweeper is on here in 2 seconds, so they can't sweep the ward. But if they should have seen this ward being placed, because when this ward was placed, there was a ward in the bush. They should have seen this ward. Now Vi is on Raptors, and they're looking for the dive that we talked about. Kalista can now just break the wave. I think it's fine to just queue it. I think we cannot waste time. We put a ward. It seems like we are not confident to do this, but okay. I think if they push faster, maybe they could have had a window. Of course, this type of window needs to be very clinical, right? Because you need to use the information that you have to spot the Vi. And if you spot the Vi in a bad position, you just burn your sums to get on the Jinx and trade 1-for-1 and peace out, you know? And it can be game breaking. Pyke is trying to create a situation where he freezes the bot wave. Both AD carries here with Jinx and Aphelios. Something that is so strong about them is that they can get the wave bounce into them, hard push the next, and crash it on time. Pyke here just needs to pull the wave and freeze. And then we're going to look to deny 6 minions from the opposition. Targamas is also doing the hilly move, trying to cancel. That's pretty good. Now Pyke has a really big roam window. He can just go into mid here. He cancelled Lulu 1 time, which is also really good. I think here Targamas can look to go mid. They're pinging the Drake. Here Synchro has Iron Spike Whip, so he's doing some good damage into it. I think that as long as Targamas here is in Fog of War, Talia should not be allowed to walk on the wave. I think here as well, Sakin doesn't need to be on the wave. I think that you should invite Talia to make a mistake here and just hide in Fog. But it's a small detail. I think you can invite Aika to burn Flash here by not showing on the wave. Because if you don't show on the wave, you are pressuring Talia and you're pressuring bot at the same time. It's just a small detail, because you can wait until the minions die. You don't need to push. You already have the priority because you're stronger and you have support gap. I don't know what happened here bot for the wave to unfreeze, but it's very strange considering they know that Nocturne wants to path into topside. So I am not a big fan that the fact that this wave is unfreezing, because now Vi can potentially impact bot. Let's see how they react to this. If Vi can maybe go into the lane on bot. But probably the wave is too big for anything to happen, so I think they feel pretty safe. I think it's pretty okay. I think considering there's 2 summoners on Phelios, I think there's no gank. They spotted Vi also crossing into the Raptor. This is perfectly fine. Okay, so they get the bounce in. They hit the turret. I think here they can probably squeeze a plating. Here, very important that you recognize that when enemy Lulu and Jinx, even though you have a big wave in the turret, with the changes to minions, they can actually hit you back when you harass. But it's kind of weird. I think Kalista needs to hit with purple gun. Okay. Okay. Here another trick that you can use is that you can just base in bush on third bush, especially when you're a lot stronger, right? Like if you look at the minimap right now on bot, you look at the minimap around bot. Sorry that my camera was in the wrong spot, guys. If you look at the camera on bot, if they go into the third wave here, at the third bush, and the enemy tries to cross, and they try to fight with them, then they can just get murdered here on the third bush. Basically, you base here, and the enemy is in big trouble, because either they have to push, they have to flip that you push, or they have to just not push, and the wave is still bad, and then you just match their base. And I think you can just sit here on third bush, look to punish. I think it could have been better here. Because here Aphelios is showing on the wave, but he can just wait in third bush. Same idea as I mentioned here for Talia on mid. Like invite the mistake by hiding in fog. You don't need to hit the wave on cooldown, you know? You're not gaining anything by doing so. Because imagine here Aphelios and Pyke just sit in third bush and wait for minions to drop to 1 HP and then last hit them. Then like they invite Jinx and Lulu to make a mistake because they don't know if you're on third bush, they don't know if you based. I think this would have been much better. Their base timing does line up with Rift Herald though, so I guess this is what they have in mind, which is perfectly fine. Pyke is opening through mid. Lulu has a window to open through mid too. Here they're not pulling because... Here they shouldn't be pulling Rift because Aphelios leads the decision. Here Aphelios needs to push and they are waiting for Aphelios information. They put a ward on it to spot. Oh, this is terrible from second. What is this, man? This is the driest W ever. He just gets dry W'd like this? Ay. It's just like, what's he even looking for, you know? It's nonsense. It's really nonsense. That's really not good. But okay, what I wanted to say is Aphelios is going to push bot and then they're going to react based off the enemy information, what they do onto bot. If they can stack a wave and crash the wave on bot and they have vision over Herald, then they should just look to dive. But the issue now with Saken dying mid is that Talia can hover with ult and save them. Like Talia can just hover and fog and then there's no dive. But in reality, these guys should be dead. This is such a big throw. It's a massive throw because these guys should be dead, you know? Like this shouldn't be allowed. Imagine they have Nocturne ult right now, but the reason they are not going is because of Talia, you know? Very bad death here from Saken. These guys get to survive because Talia can hover, even though they have Nocturne. Too many, like, two times I saw the same mistake that people are just showing on the wave when they don't need to. The enemy is full threatened, let the minion wave freeze in the middle. You don't need to just fucking push waves into the enemy all the time. Just because it's fun and having prio is good. Having prio all the time is completely useless. It's all about the windows that you use it in. We have next Drake in 1 minute. We are praying for not Chemtech Soul, because we need to make sure that this game continues. Like, this game needs to be finished on 2 core. There is any extension beyond that is very bad. Khalid's condition is good. He has 20 CS ahead. We take it. Okay. Aatrox is hovering, but Kaba has TP already. Jinx is basing, she can't connect with her team. There should be a free Drake, no problem. They have Herald, so it looks like they're trying to make it crash on mid or something. I'm not sure what they are looking for. Vi is just looking to cross map. And now Syncrof is just basing, is going to open up on top side. They're going to cancel Nocturne here with Jinx ult, but so that's interesting. I don't think they can really dive Cabo. I think it's too hard, so there's no big cross map play. They just get Raptors for that. I think it's no problem. Here with Lulu showing on mid, I think to threaten Jinx dive is also really good. But Pyke base, so it becomes a little bit more awkward. Because yeah, Jinx is like just catching a wave all on her own without information. It's like here, because Nocturne and Pyke can be on her forehead and just kill her, you know? She's just catching a wave, no fear at all. This is gonna be a pretty tricky Gragas game to play, honestly. Bâton séculaire. Alright, we have item gap on bot. Here I'm not sure why we are pushing. Kalis is just pushing, which tells me that they want to walk into mid. But is walking into mid correct? So what do they gain by pushing this wave? Because every wave they push, it's breathing room for Jinx and Lulu. They're just catching and taking it easy. They can also freeze the wave in front of the turret and make the wave be defensively positioned. I feel like they need to really understand why they are pushing. Because look at this position now, this wave. It's so defensive. They could have kept the wave in the middle and slow pushed. But now Aegis can just take it easy here in this position. There's no threat on them. Keep in mind they're playing against Nocturne and this Jinx they have Pyke, Aphelios. They rotated 2 purple guns. They have Nocturne. Nocturne should be able to pressure Aika. He should be fucking scared to walk on mid, and Ara should be in river. Like, they should be able to pressure bot really easily. Because here, ideally, what happens is, like, here, Saken, I don't know why he doesn't have R ready. Like, he has R Everfrost. They should fucking press their buttons. Like, burn her flash, look to kill her. You have 3 dashes. Like, with Stride Breaker, he can connect with E and Q, you know? I think Saken could play better here. Oh, this should be kill. This should be kill. So this is good. No way he lives, no? No way he lives. Oh, this is a very good stopwatch for Micah. Oh, yeah. That's a fucking disaster. That's a disaster. Yeah, Lulu matched. Lulu was here on the wave. I didn't see that he has stopwatch ready already, Aika. Oof. Yeah, no joke. This is like game losing. This is really game losing. The drafts are way too polarizing in terms of how the scaling is for it to be like fine that this happens. Way too polarizing. Let's see how they piece it together. Cabo TP'd as well. Alright, blue side is looking a lot more confident coming into this Drake, but Aika has no flash. Maybe this is going to be an opportunity, because there's no way you can give up Drake. You have to fight the Drake. You're level 11 on the 2 people, 2 core people. Kalist is like 2 levels ahead. He's super strong. They need to look to fight this. Like, Aphelios can definitely carry this, but the enemy can just combo him. So it's very important how Kalist uses flash here. Like here, okay, this is very good fight here for K-Corp. Vi completely inted. Very good. They kited back as well. Like, this Vi really trolled the game. Really good. Comeback. Very big comeback. We are bowling. Saken? Wait. What happened to Saken? What's Saken doing here? This ult Q. What the fuck was that, man? What's this? Why? Eesh. Okay. Oli. Okay, not too bad. We didn't get. Did we get back reset? Oh, we got reset. Okay. Yeah, the Chemtech Drake roll is really, really unlucky. Really, really unlucky, man. Chemtech soul roll. That's like a soul that can just delay the game for enemy. It's really, really unlucky that they got Chemtech. Okay. I wonder if the Jinx actually has time to get Gale Force before the fight, because I think that Aphelios being so far ahead, like he could have been so much further ahead. By the way, like he could have been turbo far ahead. Like if Keiko played appropriately, like Saken killed a lot of windows and they didn't pressure through mid. Saken also died on side like this. Okay, they base, they don't look for Aatrox. I don't know, Pike Tempo, I don't know why he didn't finish base. Like, Pike Tempo is so fucked here. He should have based the match Nocturne so they can take over topside. Because they're not making a play. Like, the fact that Targamas didn't recall for so long, I think is really bad. Because they have to make their play one wave later. Because I think they can still pressure topside, play topside. I don't know why they are mismatching. Now Philos is basing. Like, he just finished 2 items. He based for stopwatch, okay. He based for stopwatch, they're just preparing for the fight. It's fair, it's fine. I just think that during this entire window here, it's like they're playing bot side, but why? Why are they playing bot side? Ari pushed his wave, go topside now. Ari already pushed. Unless you're trying to kill this Aatrox on bot wave, don't be bot side now. Go top side. Like, why is this Talia allowed to breathe on the top wave? She's allowed to breathe on the top wave only because Spike is showing on the mid wave. But I think this, like Pike and Nocturne should be able to pressure the Talia off. Because Lulu needs to be on mid. And they can leverage the information, like Kalis can push her on the wave alone. He's so strong. Unless you're trying to kill Jinx, but she's never gonna walk on the wave. Like, Jinx cannot walk on the wave, so use Fog of War at Pike and Nocturne into topside river and make sure that Talia can't push these neutral waves. But just because Pike showed and went into the bot side, got spotted on plant and so forth, it's just so much breathing, right? Talia is just pushing waves on CD and Aatrox is not under any threat. But I understand, right? Like, Keiko is playing full for Drake. But I think they could have gained more. Like, you can't play a comp like this and not fucking pressure the enemy in every window that you have. Then there's like no point. It's like, how many times did Synchro ult this game? Like 2 times, you know? It's too little, I feel. Too little. We need to like use the pressure to make the enemy burn summoners and make them farm less, play for their camps, pressure the tier 2 top, you know? Like, the enemy team should not be able to breathe. I really like the song. But they're playing full Drake. Let's see how this Drake pans out. It's so unlucky, by the way. It's insanely unlucky they have Chemtech Soul. It just like makes the game so different because it's like here, Ari is fucking behind and Talia is really fed. So this is a problem. Fire is also super strong. Talia is super, super strong. This shouldn't have been a part of the game because there was many mistakes that Saken did. He died on side, he died on mid, and they didn't pressure bot well as a team. They just didn't. And now the continuation is, it's like Chemtech Soul, the big edge that they have is the fact that Gragas has 2 core and also Aphelios has 2 core. But in terms of support, they're outskilled in support role. Mid lane, really big gap, Talia is stronger. And also Kalist, he's so fucking strong and he has a stopwatch. Like here, if this Soul was more significant, then it would feel so much better for the game. But Chemtech Soul is so fucking useless. It feels really, really bad. Because here, AEGs actually have room to make the decision that they give up this Drake. That's how crazy this Drake is. They can actually say, yo, we give this Soul because it doesn't fucking matter. I don't know why Vi didn't ult this, but I guess he's doing it later. Oh. Sigro didn't get it. Alright, little charm on the Lulu. They didn't get lethal. Gragas getting CC'd. Okay, Saken waited for the Talia ground to be gone. I don't know if Kalis has Gale Force. There he is. There it is. Okay. Kalis played this pretty fucking good, honestly. Bro, Kalis is very talented. I want to take a look at how Kalis played this again. He's really, really creating space well, like really playing around the range as well and leveraging Ghost, using Crab Vision. Like he's playing so well, by the way. He's not taking any damage, even though there's so many spells that are being thrown at him. And he finds the angle like that. That's very good. I don't know, he's playing super well. Like Jacob should be very fucking happy that they got this kit, man. Kalis Criminel is really good. Like how he plays this fight as well, like you can see that he has really good potential. Really good potential. Let's continue. Here, how can these guys breathe, by the way? How can they breathe top? How can these guys breathe top, by the way? They're hitting the our turret top. Why are we not running them down right now? If they're hitting our turret top. How is that allowed, by the way? We see Jinx on mid wave. They are allowed to hit our hit our wave top? Hit our turret top? Why are they masturbating here on mid? Like they're waiting so long for a mid wave that Aphelios doesn't need help to take. Like this is so important that they learn. Like their mid game is not progressing at all because it's like if you have your AD on mid, the main goal is to make sure that he has vision on mid, that he can contest this alone. And that the enemy, in case they walk up, they are pressured by fog of war. The reason this is so important is that in case the enemy tries to contest top, your solo laner has the support of jungle and support first. But what's happening is, Targamas is always on the midway for some reason. They're always masturbating here. They're always looking at Aphelios. But you see, the whole game, the enemy team is not contesting the midwave. They're just waiting for information that Aika can push top for free. Why is Nocturne in this bush? You picked Nocturne for this purpose and you're sitting in the bush. Why do you want to be in this bush? I don't understand. I don't know. You have ult range. Imagine Ahri opens on top. They take over topside and take over topside river one time. They don't need to hug Kalist nutsack. He's safe. He has information. He has vision. Who's going to force on him? If the enemy forces on him and he has stopwatch and Gale forces out and they don't know where Pyke and Nocturne is, they lose the game on the spot. Jinx is so much weaker. I don't know if they are afraid of Vi Q ulting the Aphelios, but on what planet will they do this if Nocturne and Pyke are not showing? How will they do this? Why would they do this if Talia is on top wave? The whole game Vi is on top wave securing Talia because Jinx is not contesting. But Pyke is on mid, so they are confident in 2v2 on top side because Talia and Vi are way too fed. And that's where Pyke needs to play a role. And if you don't do this with Pyke, if you don't do this with Nocturne, don't play these champs. Just do the simple thing, pick Wukong, pick Lulu on 4, and then 5 pick top. And then if the enemy takes Cho'Gath away, just fucking play If they take Gragas away 4-5, just find a different tank. Play Cho'Gath. That is just hitting the wave. Here, K-Corp is saying we're gonna dive mid. But really, it's not super easy, I think. We're gonna pressure Nash? I think the enemy is very happy to be in such a position. Now this game, every minute that goes, the win percentage chance is going to the toilet. K-Corp have one window though because they have triple stopwatch, so maybe this is like, they can deny Vi value a lot and maybe they can do something out of this. I like that the Aegis take a read here based off of the fact that how K-Corp move on the mid wave, they recognize that the enemy, some of them based. They have a good read here. The fact that Kalista is not walking on the wave is showing that everyone based. Saken has good position here. I like Saken's position. He found a little charm, but Hantara's out. This is good. The good situation. Oh. Okay, never mind. Hey. Kalista just got his neck snapped. But keep in mind, it's like, Kalis died here, right? He could have flashed, he could have done whatever, but it's like the game is fucking hard. It's like, I don't see how they can actually fight. It's so hard. It's so fucking hard. Now, of course, the game is completely over. I can even remove emote, only chat. Like, I will just not do it in case there was like some miraculous comeback. Here, I like how they play. Vi is covering for Talia and Aatrox is just on mid. Vi is also like you see Vi is covering bot and mid same time. They spotted Ahri on top, so they know that Talia can be isolated and they're playing around it. They're playing with the information from the wave. Aegis macro wise is better. Okay, Shiganari Zed. Oh, Kalis is doing his best. He has damage to win. Holy Aika is making Talia look so fucking useful. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Aika is making Talia look like the most OP champion in the game. He's making the champion look like the most OP champion in the game. Not sure what their thoughts are here. Maybe they're just saying Aphelios needs LDR, so they are just sacking the whole map for sending Aphelios top. Okay, Aphelios is top. If you send Aphelios top, then the enemy is going to take over your whole map. Because otherwise, maybe they could look to defend, but Kalis has no sums. Maybe it just feels like he's useless, needs LDR, which is fair, you know? They have these 3 useless drakes, so they don't have any bounties. Kalisa's LDR, that's why he went top. Kalis has damage, but very hard to cut distance. Like, he already uses stopwatch. If I just waits with ult, because that's all she needs to do, just wait with ult, then it's very hard. Yeah, it's like everything they do just comes with such high risk. You know, eventually some Talia spells will hit. At least here they have no Viol, so maybe Kalis can do something. Here Lottie kind of griefed. But the range is so hard. Like playing Aphelios against Talia, Jinx, Lulu. Like Nocturne, Graga, Spike. They're all so useless. They don't do anything at this point in the game in comparison to their counterparts. This is even like a best case scenario, you know? It's like they are using Viult and Gragas on Gragas. And Kalis gets a decent ult. After this situation when they killed Gragas, they just did Nash. Oh, Kalis Gale forces into the wall to get bounced. I like that. I think here Talia could have E'd out of her wall earlier and land on the other side. I think it would have been better. Because you can like E off of the wall, you know? And then I think maybe they can burn Kalis flash. And then I think without flash, I think it's just GG. It's still kind of GG already. Oh, Cowboy Shot is bowling. Okay, we get one. Interruption. Okay. Oh, good flash. Viol wasn't that great. We can keep them here. We can keep them here. Good fight. Good charm. The LDR is doing a lot of work for Kalist. Oi, oi. Oh, Shival. It's so hard to play Aphelios here. You don't have a lot of people that can create space for you, and you're just taking like so much random shit damage, you know? Fucking... Yeah, Lot actually did 2 Qs on Aphelios. It was a game changer here. Ekalis could have spaced that better. Alright. Okay. Then we lost all Nashes. We take it. They get extra farm, but who's becoming stronger with this extra farm? I think Atrox could buy chains and put them on Aphelios too. Make him hate his life. Would have been dank. Yeah, I don't see a realistic way they win the fight. I'm really not sure how they can win the fight. Sagan has good position, level 18. They knocked the ult, so they don't see him undermining here. Maybe they can one-shot the Jinx. Oh, they didn't find her. She also got Q-assessed by the Lulu, I believe, instantly. That's first reset. Second died. Second reset. Kalis cannot carry these. Maybe. Maybe I spoke too soon. They end there. Okay. Wey, Excel targamas. Nine ads? Okay. I give you guys some time to look at the ads. Guys, I have to run ads. I do it once an hour and I just put all the ads in 1 hour, like once an hour. I wait a bit. Tell me when you guys are done. I don't think even this was a throw. Like K-Corp doesn't know how to snowball bot. No, like, if you want to play the way K-Corp plays, just pick Wukong, pick Lulu on 4, and then 5 pick top. I understand why they pick Nocturne, but they need to be able to control River. Like, why is Talia breathing? Every fucking time, right? This is what happened. It's like, mid-wave is neutral, okay? Ari is hitting the wave, pushing it, it crashes. She catches. She's not pressured. She's not pressured. They push bot, push waves, the enemy catches, freezes, they don't pressure. They can be in third bush, one wave that is even, but they don't do it. They're showing on the wave for some reason. And also, the whole mid game, they are showing on mid wave, hugging Kalist's balls for no reason. Why are they hugging his balls on mid lane? Why? They put vision around mid and then go into top. Just go into top and pressure, you know? Would have been a lot better. But they didn't know how to snowball. They really didn't know how to snowball. There was so many opportunities for them to fuck bot more. There were so many opportunities to make Talia not breathe at all. But what they kept doing was they push wave, and then they do nothing. They do nothing. And it's like, I like the draft a lot less, but at the same time, they didn't play good. Like, they didn't play good. I don't know. I think if they had Lulu, Wukong, or Blitzcrank, I think would have been better. But it's okay, right? It's third game. We saw signs of this in the second game that they played too. You know, the second game that they played wasn't perfect. But I hope they are reviewing this and actually like really taking a look at this. Because both Pyke games, they didn't know how to snowball bot. Like, they really didn't know how to snowball bot. It's really, really bad. Like, this is good. Look for the dive on bot. I think there was room to execute on the dive. I think here Kalist just needs a hard push. I don't know why the fuck he doesn't hit this wave, you know? Just hard push this wave, crash it. Because right now we are looking to dive them. Jinx has no flash. Like, here, just push the wave, Q the wave, hit. Don't waste time, hit, Q the wave, hit. Fucking make the wave crash, baby. And then Pyke needs to be behind. If Vi is not on time, because we have we have a ward here, right? You can put this ward closer to here. And also we spot here. If Vi is coming like that, and we are in the turret already, doesn't matter that Vi is here. We'll trade 1-for-1 and Jinx will be out of the game completely. And then eventually, you know, it gets to the point. It gets to the point where in these windows where they have full pressure on mid, I don't know, I really don't like that Saken is doing this. Why is he doing this? Maybe they know his Vi is there. What do you mean they know Vi is there? They have a ward and they can sit on golems. I'm reviewing from the point of view where they can learn to play at the highest possible level. They know Vi full information because they're gonna ward and spot on golems. Vi is not under the turret, Vi is not behind the turret, Vi is not on golems. If they push fast, if Vi is already there, no problem. Base and take it easy. Vi is wasting time. She didn't do raptors. Okay, that's good. But at least you pressured properly, you know? And if Vi is not on time, you murder her. They should know that Vi is there, but they have one ward. They can place it and they will be able to punish. Next game, Vi is not on time. If she is off by 2 seconds, Jinx dies. 2 seconds. You cannot hesitate on this. But it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Here on these waves, they really need to tell Saken that when he has river pressure, right? When he has river pressure and Nocturne is in river, he needs to let the neutral waves breathe. He just needs to let the neutral waves breathe. What do I mean by this? Is invite the enemy to make a mistake by not positioning on the mid waves. Let the melees fall and let them drop. And then maybe you can ult from an angle and pressure her if she walks on the wave. Make her think. Because the thing is, if you are in this bush and you wait for the melees to die, what happens is Talia will think Ahri can be bot. She needs to think, do I need to hard push this wave? Or do I contest this wave and I put myself in danger? But every time Ahri is just pushing wave, it's like Targamas has this habit of just walking. I mean, not Targamas. Saken is just showing his face on the wave and pushing perma. Talia is just catching. She's under no threat and then she's hovering. No problem. When the wave is neutral, if he's hiding in fog, when Pyke is here and Nocturne is here, he's pressuring bot and it's just so much better. Every time support and Nocturne have timer, Talia should be afraid to walk on the midwave. And if she walks on the midwave, you should fucking make sure that you just ult on her. Fucking burn her flash. Try to kill her. You have 3 ults. You have Nocturne ult. You have to try to kill her. Murder her. And then, when she's too fucking scared, right? If she's too scared to walk on the wave and she's hugging the turret, well then, you know what happened? You control this whole map. And then you start to stack waves into bot and you threaten divers 4. That's it. Yo, Forni. Thank you very much for the Prime game, I appreciate it. Very important. And then mid game, most important thing. Yeah, Aika played good. Aika 1v9 this game, really. Aika completely 1v9 this game. This death that Saken made is so bad. Saken's death here is terrible. Because once again, it's the same, right? It's like, Saken should be on mid-wave, and with Nocturne ult, Aika should feel pressured. Aika should feel pressured that there's a Nocturne in river. But here he got spotted, no problem. Now, they sent Aphelios into bot, which means that they're going to look to pressure dive. I thought this is completely fine too. Completely fine. Here, Saken, the only thing he needs to do is not die. Like, he's just looking for mushrooms. And now, because Ahri died, there's no platings on bot, because Talia can push and hover, and they lose Herald too. It's just so bad. They lose so much gold here. Because their plan is good. Here the plan is good. To pressure bot, use the fact that Vi is crossing into top. Because they will gain more. They will gain so much more. Aphelios has the correct guns. This was good play. But Ahri dying here is terrible. Very bad. And then finally, just my final point, right? Is like... Here finally, okay, they tried, they burned her flash. And now, for... Even in this moment, right? With Stride Breaker, I think they can kill Talia if Saken is awake. But Saken is kind of sleeping here. He's sleeping. Completely sleeping. For me, this is dead. He's dead. And then this was just a disaster. This was really, really sad. And then it was unlucky, very unlucky that Corp get Chemtech Drake. Very unlucky. He can't ult no. Guys, he can... It's like if Talia is on the fucking floor, right? He can move his champ. You know, when the Nocturne ult is flying, he doesn't need to stand in the Talia, you know? He can move out of it. Even in this position, I think he can even ult through the rocks and be on time. Because Nocturne has Stride Breaker. Pretty bad pick to pick Nocturne into Talia. It's fine. I understand why they picked Nocturne. He thinks that Nocturne is better into Talia than Wukong. That was the whole idea. I think he could have positioned better for the Talia rocks. Well, whatever. Nocturne is less punishable than a Wukong? No. Wukong is less punishable than Nocturne. Nocturne, you ult wrong one time, you fall behind one time, you're really useless. You are really, really useless. But it's okay, it's one game, right? It's one game. As I mentioned while I was watching, Kalist, like the way he fought this fight, bro, really good. Like the way he fought this fight was fucking brilliant, by the way. Really cold with the flash, plays in the pocket really good, plays in the ranges really, really good. Like this was a beautiful fight. Really, really good fight. Really good fight here. Really, really like fantastic. Here, why do they... Here they can't play both sides. Why are they both side? They're going both side to help Ari when she already pushed. Okay. We covered it all. Okay. Like if they want to play such a draft, they need to play it really clean. But they are not precise in terms of how they snowball bot. They don't like, but if they want to play standard, make a good draft standard, then you pick Wukong. I think also you should ban Vi, by the way. I think banning Vi is important. I think ban Vi. And if you want to be standard draft, pick Wukong on 3, and then pick Lulu on 4. Ban Blitzcrank. If the enemy bans Lulu, pick Thresh, and then GG. And then 5 pick top, and then that's it. And that's it. Yeah? Okay, be right back, guys. I think Nocturne can be useful when the ult is powerful for